Tech, Smokey Live,
Yeah.
Smith-wessun.
General Steel, PNC Boys, you already know smith-wessun on the board.
You already know what it is. It's your man SKYZOO Skyzoo logged on to Thisis50.com.
To all the viewers of Thisis50.com, this is Buckshot, Black Moon, Duck Down, the whole camp, boot camp clique, Smith-wessun, Helter Skelter, and the list goes on. Duck Down right here.
We always was with Duck Down. We came in the door with Duck Down.
Duck Down Records means to me, off top, you know, independence, being able to do it on your own, stand the test of time.
Duck Down means independence to me.
Duck Down started after Buckshot, I want to say his first single was released, and Drew Ha was working as an intern for Nervous, and he was basically doing everything. He was the everything guy. Him and Buckshot started a management company.
Be around for, you know, however long, 15, 20 years, 25 years in the future, all that.
When you say the name Duck Down, when we created the name, me and Drew, we asked each other, what do we want people to feel when our presence come through? What do we want people to feel when we step into place?
Be able to stand strong, plant that flag in the dirt, and matter, you know, in hip hop, you know what I mean? Be relevant and be of importance.
And we want them to duck down.
Paperwork, I'm not a video game, I'm so serious. Put so many O's in your brain, you oblivious.
Some people hear the word independent label and they think automatically that I can just wing it through, make a couple phone calls, don't know where to start from, get a few flyers out there, you know, get on a few internet sites and start promoting their stuff. And that means that you are independently doing what you do, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you are an independent label.
I never even wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to be the engineer, the dude behind the boards. He was the rapper. I was security at his hype man.
The passion of music, to me personally, is extremely important. I think as an artist, in a general sense, if you're doing this for real, it's supposed to be important to you as well. You know what I mean?
I used to be a solo artist, but even before I was a solo artist, we was already running. We was already running together through the city, you know what I mean? Running with the Decepticon family.
This is a business, it's the music business. So at the end of the day, you do want to make money. You're here for the business aspect of it. Because if you wasn't, you could just stay in the crib, like Fifth said, and just make joints and keep it in the headphones and drive a bus or something.
You gotta know when to get in, when to get out, when to move, when not to move. And that's one of the things that separate Duck Down as an independent company from a lot of other companies, because if you look into the internal system of it, they do operate like a major.
Hands on the steering wheel, getting me across. First time's a charm, the first time is gone as quick as it came, so the chase is leading on.
I grew up, you know, as a Duck Down fan. You know, I grew up on Black Moon, Into the Stage, and you know, Helter Skelter and all that.
I started out as an intern before I even got on my microphone, and I was working with, you know, college promotion, street promotion, and you know, things of that nature back then in '91.
It always was great hip hop. It always was Brooklyn, but more so New York as a whole. It always, you know, represented. If you gotta look back at a time capsule of like the mid '90s and what mattered and what was relevant, there's no way Duck Down can't be in it.
I always had a love for this. A lot of people, I really can't give the answer to a lot of artists and various amounts of people that do want to do this. Some of them want to do this as an option, as far as saying, hey, look, I was doing the music thing, but I want my own label now. Me, I always wanted this. It was always a part of my vision, and not necessarily to be a record label, but to eventually be some type of business person in the business, in the record company.
Yeah, we was always together with it. We was there recording, helping Buck with his Who Got the Props album, the first album, Into the Stage. So we was actually in the field just learning hands-on work with it.
You have to have a love to be an artist, and I think that's the reason why I took on this position.
You control your own destiny at Duck Down. I mean, they're not gonna sign you if you don't think you got it. So if they sign you, that means they think you got it. And you come to the table, they know, okay, it's gonna be what it is. Now that's not saying, you know, you turning an album cover and you cross-dressing or something, they gonna run with that, you know what I mean? But more so like from a musical standpoint, if they believe in you and they sign you, they gonna be like, what you give us is gonna be the album.
Duck Down is growing. We're not getting smaller, we're getting bigger.
Kids coming up, yo, I grew up on Duck Down, man. I love your stuff, yo. Skies, you keeping it going.
You never know where some of these brothers are gonna be at. You know, as a matter of fact, shout out to my man Nelson from G Unit in 95 or 96. You know, I was one of the first people that was on his roster. I remember when I first started working with Nelson, long time ago. And I remember the day when he started working with 50. You know, it was a beautiful, beautiful thing, because when you see people go from one part of the business and they go to another, it's just beautiful.
That's what keep you grounded, your family, really. Who you got around and who around you. I mean, you're only as strong as the weakest link that's in your chain. If that's your pop, your ass is out.
It's crazy to go from there to here, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's crazy to go from being a fan and being a kid and, you know, seeing the Duck Down t-shirts and the logos and rocking to the music and having the tape in my Walkman and all that.
Like, it's an honor to be in this game, man. Like, we can't take nothing from this game but good things, you know? Even when the bad things come, we can't take nothing but good things.
Everything is the destiny of life. And music is just a part of that. The music industry is a part of that. If you play for a good basketball team, the Lakers, and you start getting older, we gotta replace the player, baby, unless you're gonna do something. You know what I mean? And there's some players that have been playing for a long time and they haven't won a ring, but they're consistent in giving the people what they want as far as a good ball and good media, blah, blah, blah. That truck right there, you see that truck? That truck been to Miami. That specific truck right there, the replica.
We went to Miami, that's where we started, right there. That's what Duck Down was like, okay, you know what? We need to push the letter right now.
I don't care how many shows you do, how much jewelry you wear around your neck, and how much you can't walk down a block without people talking to you. You're still a working artist. You're just an artist. That's it. That's it. Play your position.
How popular are you? Now how popular are you? Show how popular I am. Now how popular are you? Now how popular are you?
Look out for the album with me and Illmind, producer extraordinaire Illmind. Me and Illmind got an album called Live from the Tape Deck coming out late September, something like that.
Duck Down is celebrating a 15-year independence, right? We putting out our 5th album, right? Smith-wessun, and we putting that album out. It's called Monumental, and it's produced entirely by Pete Rock. Did you hear me, people? Hello? Hello? You heard me?
It's pretty much strictly music. I feel like 24/7 is just, you know, beats and rhymes and shows and, you know, more of that in circles.
It's knowing that you can't satisfy everybody every time, and there's going to be a lot of disappointments and arguments, disagreements. But you just got to go with it as much as you possibly can, and just try to make it work.
If you really don't care about the money and you're just making, you know, whatever you feel underground or whatever it is, if you're making those type of records where it's like, well, I care about the music and only the music and I don't care about the money, then that's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but then you can't complain about those getting the money because you're not here for that.
When I think about 50, I can't even explain to you the mind frame of how smart of a general that brother is. It's hard to even let words come into play because he put all of the things in motion. Here I am, a boot camp general. I knew about military minded. I know about it. I move with it. That's why I linked with Pop. He knew about it. He moved with it. And here comes 50. This person knows that moving, militant, which is to move sharp, accordingly, format, there's so many things in that. He adopted it on his own, did it, and he's manifesting it right in front of me in the game. I'm seeing 50 this. When I hear him talk, and I see his mind frame, I say that is a very, very intelligent gentleman. And then when 50 did over I Got You Open and all this, it showed me that he connected with me somehow, some way. And that's a beautiful thing. So I had to put that out there, that great minds connect, and we will connect one day. When we put our minds together and we attack the industry and the business, imagine when something like that happened.
Shout to Duck Down, man. Hats off to Drew High and No High and Buckshot and friends and the whole label, you know, the whole roster over here with us, man. Shout to everybody who made this a possibility as far as Duck Down being where they at.
Never forget what you love, man. Love what you do and live what you love.
And we are here.
This is 50.